Hi there, Joy Seeker. This is your 30-day journey to self-love, and I am so excited to have you here. This little intro video is just going to demystify what self-love is, talk a little bit about who I am in order to talk about all this stuff, and give you a roadmap for what's happening over the next 30 days. I am so excited and so proud of you for doing this. You are fantastic, and don't let anyone else, including yourself, tell you otherwise. Let's get right to it. I have prepared something for you that I would love to share, and I am so excited to just show you where we're going over the next few weeks together. Okay, so this is the Joy Seeker Guide to Self-Love. These are 30 days to fall in love with who you are while you become who you want to be. I know that if you're here taking this course right now, there is a chance that you haven't always been the best version of yourself in your own mind or in your eyes. You hear yourself saying things that aren't so kind to yourself, and perhaps you feel like this whole self-love thing is a bit of a hoax, and you wanted to do this to see if maybe you were a little bit wrong and there was something there to self-love. So I'm so grateful that you're here, and I am so ready to help you cross that finish line, knowing that this is the beginning of a journey to love yourself, and that every day, every week, every year, you're going to discover a new layer of yourself to accept, to nurture, to love, and that I am going to give you the tools to do that and start your journey right now. All right. First of all, congratulations, you rock. This is what we're going to be doing right now. You're going to give yourself some credit for what you've done, because this is huge. We're going to talk about love, baby. We're going to talk about you, and let you know that that word may not think what you think it means, and then how to stray out of your own way when you have been doing things that just don't work for you and you've been on a repeat pattern, and how to help yourself in those moments. And then we are going to talk about your 30-day journey. This is going to be super quick. I am so excited for you. And I want to tell you that the reason I'm so incredibly passionate about this is that I was not the poster child for self-love a few years back. I dated a narcissistic man for nearly 10 years. That's almost a decade. I was incredibly young, and I had no idea how the abusive patterns of our narcissistic relationships go around. And this person managed to convince me to drop my friends, to stay away from my family, isolated me. Not to blame this person at all. I take full responsibility for allowing myself to get into that position in the first place. I do know now that being in that situation was one of the catalysts for someone who already had low self-esteem to be completely depleted of it. I was told that self-love and self-care was selfish by my parents, by the people around me, by society, and I was told that it was narcissistic, shallow, vain, and nobody wants to be those things. So of course, I felt that loving myself was just to say that, I accept that I'm ugly and that I'm smart, and I'm okay with that. And my friends, I was very wrong. I was bullied and mocked my entire childhood and all the way until my mid-20s by people who told me all possible things, even though I think right now that I haven't changed physically very much from who I was. I do believe that I've changed so much internally that I can see the beauty in me, in my soul now, and in that girl that used to believe that she was boring, ugly, uninteresting, and everything under the sun. I believed those things, that to the point that I really embraced them as part of my identity. And I was very angry, very bitter, and very sad about that, even though I didn't really know on a conscious level that I was. And so all of that changed when I decided to radically love myself after getting cheated on by that narcissistic person I was in. And it was such a good wake up moment. So I want to say that whatever brought you here now, maybe it wasn't a really awesome experience that made you decide, okay, this is now the time I need to love myself. In a few weeks from now, I'm sure you're going to start to feel grateful for whatever brought you here, because you are ready to take the step out of that darkness, out of that hole, and really embrace the bright diamond that's been covered by oil, car oil, from all the horrible beliefs that other people have been throwing at you and that you've accepted until now. And we're going to start to change this moment. And I would love to be able to say that to that little girl in that picture who is me and who I believed was so ugly and so unimportant and all the terrible things that people told me, and that I know now was just a precious little child who needed love and acceptance. And everyone needs those two things. When I started to love myself, everything changed dramatically. The first thing I did was go after the things I wanted, and I had wanted to travel the world ever since I was a child. And the minute I finally realized that the only thing standing in the way of my dreams and myself was me, I went for it and I did it. I traveled as a digital nomad for about 10 years of my life, got to see as much as I wanted from my bucket list, and then decided that I wanted to do a new thing and change and start this business right after I married my dream partner, who I consciously manifested, for another story, another time. And then decided that I would accept nothing but the best. At the time, I was working and I was still making okay money for what I thought was the roof that I could accept. And then I decided, no, I deserve better than that. And that came from self-love, that came from self-acceptance, that came from a place of saying, I deserve to live the life that I want. It's not just for the people on Instagram. So I created a profitable career from my passions, helping people and doing things that I love. And I'm so grateful to you being part of that, because I know that what you're going to create from the moment you start to really accept and love yourself and accept your pursuits and passions and go after them, it's going to drastically change the world around you and yourself. And just like you, I invested in myself and got massive results. And I keep doing that over and over. And remember, investments are not just financial. It's also time and effort. It's showing up for yourself to do that workout you keep saying you want to do and that you don't do. It's investing in the nutrition that I feel nurtures my body better. It's investing in the relationships that make me feel good about myself instead of the ones that bring me down. Investing in yourself and getting results is sometimes money, is sometimes pushing that buy button and joining that course, joining that coaching program, buying that book. But sometimes it's just as simple as saying, I'm going to put my phone away and I'm going to be present in this conversation with my friend. I'm going to take a nice shower and play a song and say something nice to myself in the mirror. That is also an investment. It's an energetic investment, and it is so incredibly valuable. So I want you to give yourself right now a big pat on the back, a big hug, or a nice high five, because what you've done today, what you're doing right now, is deciding to change. You are on the verge of something so great that you are not capable right now of seeing how amazing things are going to get in your life when you peel the layers and finally really, really, really love who you are at a deep cellular level. You have invested already because you're in this course, you're still listening to me, you are watching these lives, and you are really paying attention and grabbing and grasping all of this information and taking it in at a subconscious level. You showed up today. Huge, huge stuff. A lot of people buy courses, download stuff, and never ever look at them again. How many of us have a library of freebies that are just collecting, digital dust? You're not one of them. You are walking the talk. And that is why I want you to give yourself credit. And perhaps you're not used to giving yourself credit, but right now, do it, do it, do it. All right. So what is love? And my face is kind of in the way here, but I put this song here. Baby, don't hurt me no more. Now that song is stuck in your head, and you are welcome for that. That word, I don't think it means what you think it means. I think that a part of you might think, or might have been told, that self-love is narcissism. It's bathroom selfies and posing on a thong on Instagram, or getting massages and baths and all the essential oils and salts. Not necessarily self-love, helps, but it's not really there. And definitely not bottomless mimosa saying, I deserve this, and making it an excuse for unhealthy behaviors that don't bring out the best in you, but you feel are the only way to cope with what's going on in your life and make you feel temporarily better, but not really good about yourself or the world in the long run. So what is self-love? Self-love is accepting yourself fully, is treating yourself with kindness and respect, learning to meet your needs, physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. And those can be very different. Your physical needs might be as simple as just getting out of the chair when you're at work and you haven't gotten out of there for like 4 hours and your body is starting to ache. Meeting your needs mentally can be the stimulation that you get from a powerful conversation with a friend, or reading a book, or learning something new that you've always wanted to learn and you keep talking about it but never make the time for it. Meeting your needs emotionally can be as simple as saying to someone, I know that you're in a place with a lot of hurt, but what you said really got to me, and I would like to just express this and have that acknowledged. Meeting your emotional needs can also be setting up a deadline for your clients at work and say, you can't really text me at 7:30 p.m. I'm with my family. I'm with myself now. I'm walking out my dog. So I don't have the space right now to deal with your stuff. Send me an email and I will gladly get to it tomorrow. Meeting your needs spiritually might just be making the time for that meditation you keep saying you want to try and never ever do. And all of this, accepting yourself, treating yourself with kindness and respect, meeting your needs, having boundaries, it's nurturing your growth and well-being. And when you think of self-love in that way, can you agree that it is definitely something that you want in your life? Nurturing your growth can simply be investing in a course so that you can launch a new product or something else in your business. It can be applying to a position that you've always been really, really interested in, but also kind of scared of. You can be nurturing your growth by simply pushing yourself out of the comfort zone and going to the gym at a time where there are other people there. It can be so simple. It can be also very challenging, but it can also be so good for your overall well-being. When you get results that are going to be sustainable and good for you over time, that is what well-being is about. So I have a little formula for you, and I apologize for this little camera switch here. I have a little formula for you for what to do when you're starting this journey and it feels really, really awkward, super weird, uncomfortable, disappointing, makes no sense to you. I want you to look at this cute little puppy right here. Look at this cute little puppy. And I want you to think of this puppy as a stray. And this little puppy has been out on the streets for years now. And they haven't had constant love, care, attention. They haven't had anyone to really make them feel like they matter. No one has given them a cute little pat on the head. No one's checked that they have ticks on them. They've just been at the bottom of the totem pole for a really long time. And then you see them starving, matted hair, a little bit dirty, scared AF, under a car somewhere, and you decide to go help them. And when you do that, you do it with patience, kindness, and love. And so I want you to treat yourself like you would a stray puppy, this cute little puppy right here that you just rescued from underneath that car. Be patient. Sometimes a rescue puppy is going to bite you. Sometimes they are going to bark. Sometimes they're going to run away. Sometimes they're going to just not know what the F is happening and respond to you in that way. And so when you treat them with kindness and keep showing up, repeating the same kind words, the same gestures, the same actions, showing up with that food, nurturing that relationship, that well-being, and that growth, then you'll notice how that matted hair totally turns into luscious fur, that little sad little face turns into a happy smile and a wagging tail. And that transformation just fills your heart with so much joy that you did something so good in the world. And that is exactly what you're doing when you are working on your self-love. And I guarantee you that a part of you is so hungry for that love and so ready to wag that tail, I can't even begin to describe it. So now we get to your 30-day journey, which is going to be super easy. All you have to do is find yourself a journal or work with the one I've already given you, tapping out the discomfort. You have a couple of videos for that. One to exonerate the old self, that old identity of you that used to not make time for yourself, that used to feel that self-love was not worthy, that used to feel that you just were not worthy of that care and attention and respect and boundaries. and that discomfort that comes with trying. Because the first time I said I love you to myself in a mirror, it was weird, it was uncomfortable, and I did not believe a word that I was saying. It took me a lot of time to get there. I have actually managed to package this down in a much shorter time. I spent a year saying that to myself in the mirror before I even start to remotely feel accurate and true. I'm going to help you get there so much faster with the tools and the neuroscience of NLP, that's neuro linguistic programming, and the spiritual tools that I have gathered over more than 10 years in the metaphysical world. All of this is in your journaling, which is going to be going in and going deep in also fun and super light ways. So it's going to be surprising to you how something so simple as a little 5-minute journaling prompt can pick you up and put a little spring on your step during the day. And these are going to be coupled with some fun assignments that you're going to have every few days, also included in your workbook, so that you can really start to feel that there's a change. Notice how your self-talk starts to improve. Hear yourself in your own mind, just saying nicer and kinder things to yourself and figuring out how to create those boundaries that respect and honor your needs. So I'm so excited. I want to thank you so much for your time and your energy. Thank you so much for being here right now. Loving yourself is the most powerful act of rebellion in a society that profits from you feeling otherwise. This is a society, especially in the Western world, that has been designed from inception to make us, especially women and female presenting people, trans and non-binary folks, to feel like we're less than and to want to purchase our way out of it, whether it's through waxing or making our eyebrows separate, because apparently having one is not good enough, and buying clothes that make us more acceptable, and shows that redo our homes so that other people can come and tell us that we live nice. It's been such a privilege for me to work with you now and to help you bring this change that you want to see in the world, because when you love yourself, you teach other people to love themselves as well. And that is the most powerful rebellion we can be part of, the love revolution. So with that, I'm going to give you all my good juju. I'm your cheerleader, definitely rooting for you throughout this program. It's super short but powerful. And if you need more support, you know where to find me at joypursuit.com. Email me at sparkle@joypursuit.com, and get social also at joypursuit. Super easy. I'm pretty sure that's where you found me in the first place. And know that you are supported every step of the way, and that this is a time for you to be doing this. Congratulations. See you on the other side.